Are you ready to learn how to transition your DM conversations into discovery calls so that hopefully you can convert this person into a paying client? You are in the right spot. This is a tricky thing to do, so I'm going to walk you through how to do it in this training. So, first things first, this is a billion times easier to do when you have an established relationship with this person and you've given them value. Now, something I know that trips a lot of you up is, well, where do I draw the line between giving them value, right? And offering to work with them, offering to help them, sell to them, quote unquote, right? Here's how. You want to make sure that you are continuously learning how to find your individual sales voice. I do not believe in sales scripts. I think that's one of the worst things you can do is sit there and read off a script. The goal here is for you to find a way where that you authentically speak, naturally speak, so that this conversation is very natural. The biggest rule of thumb of when it's time to transition from a value-based DM conversation into a discovery call so that you guys can both see if you're both good for one another, right? Your energy's aligned, they're a good fit for your program, you're a good fit for them, is this. You've given them value, and I'm talking like a good value, not just a little tidbit, like you're genuinely helping them. You've helped them, and now they're asking you, well, how else do I do this, right? Or here, what do you think of this? And then advice, right? They're asking you for advice. They're taking that next step. They're asking you more questions. This is the perfect opportunity for you to say, hey, like this is right up my alley. Do you want to hop on a discovery call to see if it's aligned, right? Like what you're struggling with is aligned with what I have to offer? Or do you want to hop on a discovery call to see how I can help you in a deeper capacity? Because I can really only give you so much through DMs. I would love to see if there's a way that I can help you and we could support one another. Wait for them to obviously say yes, because consensual sales is everything. Watch my other sales videos if you need help with that. But that's really how you do it. Like there's no like right answer there. It's very much you've given them value, right? You've built that relationship. They're asking you more questions. And then it's up to you to say, oh my gosh, I can help this person, right? I know I can help this person. I can really envision them in my program. I can envision them, doing this intensive with me, whatever it is that you're selling, and suggest that. A lot of people, like as much as obviously we know what we have to offer, if you're not continuously talking about that, people don't always know that you have a group program coming up in a few weeks that's starting, or that they can work with you for 12 weeks one-on-one, right? Or you have a 90-minute intensive that would really help them a lot with this. They don't know that all the time. So don't assume that people know how they can work with you. Let them know. Establish the relationship, give that value. And again, I'm talking like a decent amount of value. And that does not mean that you have to go back and forth multiple times. That could mean that you send one big thing in response to their burning question that helps them. And then they ask you more questions, and that's the perfect time to say, hey, this is right up my alley. Like, why don't we get on a Zoom call and see how I can help you in a deeper capacity? What do you say? I want you to say that in a way that feels good to you. And a lot of the times people hold themselves back from taking that jump because, oh, I'm scared they're going to say no, I'm scared of this. But here's the thing, you have given them a lot of value. And your program is about them. It's about getting them the result. It's about them getting an impact, you giving them an impact through your result. You would be doing them a disservice if you didn't suggest that. I want you to feel so freaking aligned in your product suite that right away you're like, I know I can help this person. This is the program that will help them. I'd love to get them on a Zoom to talk about it. That energy is what will sell for you. But if you're kind of beating around the bush, like, oh, like if you ever need help, just know I'm here. No, ask them the question. Hey, what you're struggling with, like these are great questions that you just sent over. It's right up my alley, and I'd love to help you in a deeper capacity. Do you want to get a Zoom call to talk about how that could happen? Worst case they say is, not right now. It's not something I'm looking for. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know. I look forward to maintaining this relationship, right? That's it. It's all about relationships. And the more you get in your head about it, the worse it's going to be for you, because you owe yourself the respect to have that boundary where you're not coaching for free all the time, right? It's so important to give out value. I give away my best stuff for free. But when you give away the what, right? The what and the why, and then you position yourself as the how, it helps you tenfold. So when you give that value and they're saying, okay, but now how do I do this? I'm the answer. I'm the how. I'll do this with you. Want to get on a Zoom and talk about what that looks like? Simple as that. There's no pressure. They obviously say yes or no, so it's a consensual conversation when you get onto that Zoom call. The expectations are managed, everything is laid out. The purpose of this Zoom call is to see if we're a good fit for one another, and if so, then I'll suggest ways that you can work with me. Very easy. A lot of people make sales harder than it has to be. But when you lean in to your authentic sales voice and you have a conversation in a way that you would naturally have a conversation with a girlfriend or a boyfriend of yours, it makes the world of a difference. So I want you to really sit with yourself and say, next time you're having a DM conversation with somebody you know you can help, that's the biggest thing here, because your time is money and so is theirs. We're not here to waste anybody's time. Your closing rate will be 1,000,000,000 times higher if you're only getting on discovery calls with people that you know you can help. So once you know that, you've given them value, right? Whether if that's you DMing them with value first, or they respond back to your story or a post and DM you and ask you a question, you respond to that as if they're in a paid session with you. And then you've done what you had to do there. And if they come back and ask more questions or ask for advice or ask how to do this, then you say, listen, I can totally help you in a deeper capacity. Let's chat about it. When do you have time for a Zoom call? Is that something you'd be interested in? Easy as that. And the more you do that, the more you're going to find your authentic way of naturally saying that, of naturally doing it, and it's only going to get easier. But you can make the DMs your biggest lead source. It is a massive one in my company. But it comes down to you just making the decision that you're going to put yourself out there. It's not as scary as it seems. And when that fear creeps in, I want you to think about this. It's not about you. And that can burn to hear sometimes, right? It's not about you. It is about the impact you are going to make on this person. We're so worried about, oh, are they going to judge me? What if they just ghost me? That's going to hurt my ego. Screw your ego. This has nothing to do with you. It is purely to make an impact on this person. And if that's not the mindset that you have with sales, then my community is not for you, because we lead with integrity around here. When you lead with integrity and you're so aligned in your product suite and the programs you offer, and you know you will do anything on earth to help this person get that result, within your boundaries, of course, done. That energy sells itself. So stop holding yourself back, continue in your conversations, give them the why and the what, and then position yourself as the how. And that's it. Lean into your unique sales voice, and you will be transitioning these DM conversations into discovery calls and into paid clients very, very soon. I promise you that. Good luck, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions.